What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Banks, coming at you live with another trade recap. And today we'll be going over Mara, how we found it, how we hit it for over 140%. And I want to show you how I find these setups, how you can take these trades on a daily basis to grow your account. But first, hit that like, subscribe, or that retweet and like to help spread the message and spread the education to help other traders, because the point of this is to make you a better trader. That's all I really want. So we're going over volume. We're going over a stock term that you guys may not have heard, but after doing this for 11 years, this is an old school term. It's very simple, but works really well. And it's one of the ways I found Mara for today's trade. Let me get into it, guys. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you. Now, as you guys know, gave Mara to the team last night. I also called Mara out today for everyone to the team. But you guys came here for that trade recap, so let's get into it. Mara. Now, what was I looking at? What is that secret term that's old school? You might see it at the top of my screen right here, a rounded base. Now, it's a very simple concept and something that I haven't really seen in most recent years. It's not a term or a concept that a lot of newer traders really know about. It's a very simple concept, but it works really well. And it is what it is, a rounded base, a rounding bottom, essentially, right? Showing the shift from bearish to bullish, right? It's simple. It's a rounding bottom. It is what it is, right? We have low volume, higher volume coming in, and a breakout, right? A rounding bottom. It's a very simple concept. I want you guys to start looking around in the market, and I'll show you a couple different stocks that have done this. This is a very simple concept, guys, and this is how I found Mara, right? So if we take a look here, one thing to understand is market structure. What is going on with Mara? Well, we bottomed out here around 14, and what has been going on with Mara since then? It's very long dated over a course of 3 months, almost 4 months. But what are we doing? We're putting in higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher lows, right? So we're putting in the market structure has shifted, right, from this low. And what do we know about a bullish market structure? Higher highs, higher lows. We go to the daily using the larger time frame, because as you guys know, the larger time frames will give you something that is more relevant to a bigger move, right? That's why the smaller time frames we use for day trades, 5-15 for smaller moves, but these larger time frames are going to show you a bigger move. So one thing I want you guys to know, what is going on with Mara? Putting in higher highs, higher lows from our bottom. Great. We have a market structure shift. It is turning into a bullish market structure. Another thing I want you guys to keep in mind, you could come from over here, but really I kind of zoomed in here. And what I was looking at here was a nice rounded bottom breakout, right? Nice rounded bottom breakout. You guys could see it right here. This is what I was looking at on Mara. Now, another thing that we have here is going to be a big trend line break. So we're on the daily here. We can see not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches of this trend line. So we got, guys, we know that this trend line, if it breaks, there's going to be a massive move. Every single time we've touched it, we have rejected, but we've held, right? We haven't really pushed down a lot. Yes, we have rejected it a bunch of times, but we're not selling off. This is just waiting for a move to explode once we break, and we got that explosion today. Once we broke this downtrend right here that we couldn't get over. So a couple different things. Let me bring it back. I know I talk a little bit fast. One thing, since this bottom, what are we seeing? Higher highs, higher lows. Awesome. Bullish market structure shift. What is another thing that we're seeing? Seeing a rounded bottom. Now, where is this rounded bottom coming into? We have a massive trend line that we need to get over. So if this thing is touching 6 times on the trend line, do you think that when we finally break it, it's going to run like crazy? Or do you think that when we break it, we won't see a big run? Yeah, we're going to see a huge run once we finally can break out of this trend line. So a couple of different things we have going. We know we're in a bullish market structure shift from this bottom. We know we have a rounded bottom here. We know we have a massive trend line that if we break, this thing is going to go insane. And another thing lining up for us, guys, is we are having increase in volume, in buy volume coming into this trend line break. So not only do we have this rounded bottom, but we have increase in volume coming into this trend line break. So if we look back, right, we have a lot of sell volume every single time we touched. And now we're starting to get buyers showing up, increase in buy volume coming into this trend line. What do you think is going to happen once we break this trend line? We're going to zoom and boom to the moon. And that's what happened today. So just let me recheck one more time, guys. We have higher highs, higher lows. Awesome. Bullish market structure shift. We have a rounded bottom. I see it. If you guys don't see it, that's cool. It's round and bottom to me. It worked out, and I'll show you guys some more examples. We have increase in buy volume into this massive trend line that we can't get over. So I know that buyers are finally stepping up. I know that if we break this trend line, this is going to go absolutely insane. And we can go back into equal highs here into this 23 as our target, which is exactly what we got today. Now, moving forward, if we break over this 23, 26, we have nothing but room into about 25. And I think with this increase in volume, if we can get, I think this could be a multi-day runner. So keep this on your radar. If we can get a nice little back test, I would say, we kind of got it on the hourly already, but if we can get a back test into 22, 2150, if that can hold and we can get a real push up here, I think once we break that 23, 26, this thing can get a nice big move higher into about 25, 26 for another move. You know, lots of buyers stepping up. We finally got that break of that trend. So if we can hold, maybe flag out and push higher, definitely possible here on Mara. Now, let me show you a different couple other examples of this round and bottom. All right, let's take a look at Tesla. It's very big, but kind of what are we going on? What's going on here? Right? Is this not another rounded bottom breakout? Now, I do think Tesla does have some more room to go as well. If we break over this 213, we have room in a 225, 236. I think ultimately Tesla wants to go and retest. I mean, we've pretty much ranged in here for how long now? What is it? I mean, really, we're breaking out of a range of since January. So almost a 7-month range we're trying to break out of. Now, if we break out of this 213, I think we are going to fly to 236. That's a 7-month base that we're breaking out of. So the last thing I'll leave you guys with this is, you know, rally-based rally, supply and demand. If you don't know any of that, go watch my other videos. But the longer we base, the bigger the move typically, whatever side it breaks to, it's going to see a bigger move. Why? You're having all this accumulation into the base. And then once we finally break, that move is going to take all that accumulation and push it. You can think about it like this. The longer that foundation is built, the longer the base, the taller the building, right? So the bigger the move, the longer the base, the bigger the move, the bigger the base is the bigger foundation, the taller the building can go, or obviously the downside if it's breaking to the downside, but obviously we're breaking to the upside. Another one, Avgo. I mean, if we take a look here, what's going on here? Are we not just putting in another rounded bottom? Now, I do think this one has a stock split July 15th, so I think we can easily come into some higher levels here. I think it definitely wants to see back into 1700 and possibly 1800 before the split. But again, just another rounded base push. So put rounded bases on your radar. Remember, market structures, higher high, higher low, bullish, lower high, lower low, bearish, rounded bottoms, great for breakouts, trend lines, use those as well for breakouts, volume increase in volume, decrease and an increase in volume into a big trend line or a big level with the round and bottom. All these confluences giving you for a massive breakout. And that is how I find these trades. If you guys enjoyed this, drop any comments or questions you may have. I'm here for you. I'll leave it at this. I believe in all of you. I know you guys can do it. Just give it time. Keep putting in the effort. Keep putting in the practice. I love you guys. My name is Mr. Banks. I'll be here forever helping you guys out to make you better traders. I will see you next time. Have a great one.